IntellivisionDude here, and I'm starting a new tag. It is the sports game tag, where you pick out your favorite sports game.
Yeah, okay, enough of him. This is AtariLeaf here with a tag response video from IntellivisionDude. That was his video, and it's the, as you might have heard, the sports game tag, where you're supposed to pick one or two of your favorite sports games for each system. So I have done that. I've picked out one or two games from each system. There's about 11 systems represented here. So we'll start with the 3 Atari systems. And I know this will be a big surprise to everybody, but my favorite Atari sports game is going to be ice hockey. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, ice hockey. Woohoo! Surprise! But I also have a runner-up that I really like. There's actually a lot of sports games on the 2600, and they made those real sports games, came out later in the Atari's life. And one of the real sports games that I really enjoy, and I think this is the only one of this type of game on this system too, is the volleyball. Real sports volleyball. Real solid volleyball game on the Atari 2600. A lot of fun, good graphics, fun game. Okay, Atari 7800. I actually don't have a lot of sports games for the 7800, but one that I've always loved, and I love this on the Coco first. It's one-on-one basketball. Really fun basketball game. Excellent game. Now this one, you might say, well, is this really a sport? Yeah, it's a made-up sport. Futuristic sport, but it's still considered a sports game, I guess. And it's Ball Blazer. Technically a sport, yes, but just not a real life sport. But yeah, it's basically like soccer with spaceships and cars or something. Okay, Atari XE, similar title to the 7800. My favorite sports game is one-on-one basketball. Again, I don't have a lot of sports games for the Atari 8-bit computers. But I also have a runner-up for that one too, and it's a really good port of Hardball. Another good Atari game. Okay. That's it for Atari. Let's go on to the Coco. Now, my favorite Coco sports game, this was easy, because this is actually one of my favorite Coco games, period. And it's Color Baseball. A really good baseball game, and it's kind of easy for one player, but if you get 2 players together, 2 real people, really, really fun game. And there's like a really nice hand-drawn home run when you get a home run. It was very cool. And a runner-up, this is for the Coco 3 only. It's kind of almost 3D-ish supposed to be, but it's GFL Championship Football 2. A lot of people don't like it, and it takes some getting used to, but I think it's pretty fun. Fun game. Okay, NES. Again, really surprising that my favorite sports game on the NES is going to be Blades of Steel. And the runner-up is going to be the also excellent Ice Hockey. That's for the NES. Okay, Sega Master System. I only have 6 Master System games, technically. So, these are both excellent. I don't know which one I would say first or which one is runner-up. But Outrun, I guess you could say it's a racing game. So I hope racing games count as sports games, because racing is a sport. Ah, dropped it. Yeah, Outrun. Yeah, it's a racing game. And this one I really like because it reminds me of Pole Position for the Atari. It's World Grand Prix, also a racing game. There's a lot of sports games on the Master System, like the Great series, the Great Golf, Great Baseball, whatever, but none of them are really great at all. Okay, moving on to Genesis. Again, I hope this technically counts as a sport, and it is racing again, but I've got all 3 of these on the Genesis, but I picked my favorite one. Road Rash 2. It's racing and beating people up. You can't get any better than that. But my absolute favorite sports game, and again there's about 1 billion of these out there, but my favorite year, NHL 95. People will debate which is better, 94, 95. Some people like 96. I always like 95. Okay, what should we do next? TurboGrafx, I guess. TurboGrafx. I guess this would be the runner-up. It's not bad. It's world-class baseball. Decent sports title. But my absolute favorite, and this port is on several systems, but I really like it on the TurboGrafx, is Hit the Ice. Arcade hockey game. Excellent. I think I have the Genesis version kicking around here somewhere too. Okay, Super Nintendo. I don't really have any sports games for the Super Nintendo, but again, this is a racing game technically, so I guess that's a sport, so it's as close as I can come. It's Stunt Race FX. It's actually pretty good. Okay, 2 left. N64. I have Gretzky's 3D Hockey, but I don't care for it, so I'm not going to use that. But again, a racing game. Racing is a sport. And this one is really, this is probably the best racing game, I think, on the N64. It's Beetle Adventure Racing. Really, really good. And finally, we're the PlayStation. And again, just like Road Rash 2 on the Genesis, this is a racing game, I guess. Road Rash Jailbreak. Awesome. Did a review on it. Love this game. Favorite PlayStation game, period. Okay, that's it. Those are all the sports games that I really like on each of my systems. Thanks for the tag, Intellivision Dude. And have a great day, everybody. Ciao.